Hey y'all, this is Jessica with Bless Your Heart. Let's do a herringbone burst tumbler. I'm going to start out by wrapping my tumbler in white permanent vinyl. This is HTV Ront permanent white. That's it. I'm going to make myself a little anchor and then wrap my entire cup up. You're going to pull off your little anchor piece and put it down. At this moment in time, it doesn't really matter if you get it super straight because we're still going to cover it with our burst template and glitter it. So I'm just trying to get the entire tumbler covered in this white vinyl. This will just help our glitter show a little bit better without having to go in and paint it all and all that jazz. And I just think it might be a little bit easier, but we'll find out. Once you get it completely wrapped up in that white vinyl, you want to go in and cut your tops and your bottoms and your seam and make sure you have that super sharp craft knife that we all have laying around. I'm going to do the bottom with my little edge trimmer here that I got from Amazon just to kind of help things out. Now this is a burst pattern I got from Creative Fabrica. I'm just going to make myself a little anchor, wrap it all the way around, just like you would do a normal vinyl wrap or anything else. And you're just going to get it on the best you can. If you do have little bubbles, take that craft knife and kind of go in underneath and pop it and smooth it out. You're never going to have perfection, but we're going to do some striping that's going to help it all look like we pulled it together magnificently. I think the trickiest part to these burst wraps is making that seam meet up a little bit better because you always have a little bit of overlap. So just do the best you can. When you do go in and cut that seam, you want to make sure that you get that tape also, not just the white piece of paper. I made that mistake in the first burst I tried to do, and there was little rogue tape pieces all over the place, and it was a hot mess. Just take my advice. Make sure you get the little tape too. I'm going to go in with my little edger tool and get the bottom again, just to try to help make everything nice and crispy. As with anything where you're having several glitters, you always want to do your darkest glitter first. And I'm going to do all of the outlines in black. So I'm going to use Carbon Dust from West Texas Glitter. It's just a really pretty black that's going to show up nice under epoxy. You want to sprinkle it on and you want to rub it in. You don't want to go too hard, but you do want to have a firm hand to make sure that it does adhere to that double-sided adhesive as best as it will. For the rest of them, I'm going to use grape jelly and sugar scrub from West Texas Glitter, and I have marked out a pattern of how I want to do this. So I'm going to go in with the grape jelly first because the purple is darker than the pink, and I'm just going to sprinkle it on all of those places and rub it in. And like I said, you want it to be kind of firm. You want to press not super hard that you're going to rub everything off, but you do need some pressure to get it to adhere nicely to that tape. And now we're going to go to sugar scrub. You want to go into all those pieces that the tape was left on after you pull up the paper. And again, not super hard, but you do want to press pretty firmly to make sure that you get it all in there. Here's what we look like all glittered. You want to epoxy till smooth, and then we're going to add some interest. I just went in and picked out a few pieces of the actual pattern. I ungrouped it in Silhouette Studio and then used the exact same measurements to cut out 4 or 5 pieces of this vinyl. This is just a vinyl I got from, I can't remember what I got it from, but I'll try to have it linked below. I've got this pink or the purple like this, and then I've got a pink one that's just like it, and we're just going to add it to a few of these spots just to add a little bit of interest. And here's the pink. It's the same, kind of give you that 3D holographic look. And like I said, just a few of them to add just a little bit of something different. And once we get our extra stuff added, I decided I did not like the look of the linings on this. So like I said before, we were going to do some striping. Now I'm going to do a little bit more striping. I'm going in and just trying to camouflage some of that because I'm not the best cutter in the world. So we're going to make it look like we actually know what we're doing. I'm going to use just a straight black permanent vinyl, and I'm going on all of those slants, both ways, on every one of them through the entire tumbler. And you know I can't just leave it alone. So on all of these that are going, all of the lines that are going this way that I'm going now are going to have this shimmery pink, and I'm going to put them on all of the ones going the exact same way. The ones going the opposite way, we're going to do a different color. And the opposite ones, we're going to do this purple shimmer on, just to kind of tie everything together, but still give it a little bit of something different because, you know, you got to be extra. And once you get all that line work done, you want to epoxy till smooth, and then we're going to decal this one. I'm going to use some shiny, I don't know that they're both chrome finish, but they're both shiny. This silver one on the bottom, I did an offset of 0.025, and the silver one on the bottom has got the same kind of pattern as the two, the pink and the purple that we used before. And I'm just going to use this kind of chrome-like purple on top. This font is called Princess, I believe. I'll have to double check and I'll have that linked below. This one is just going to be a lot easier for me to go in piece by piece. Normally I try to get it all done at the same time just for the ease of it, but this one didn't want to line up just right. Have no idea why, because they were cut at the exact same time. Who knows? But we're going to do this and then we're going to put it on the cup. Once you get it all put together, I'm going to use a whole new piece of transfer tape just to kind of help it all go on together. I'm going to use the hinge method to help it go, help put it on. You can see that little piece of black right there by my finger. We're just going to cover this up and no one's ever going to know it was there. Then you're going to press on your decal, peel off your transfer tape as best you can. Watch out for those little dots because they'll come up. And you just want to pull nice and slow, and you want to keep it as even with the cup as possible, and that's going to help you not bubble so much because chrome and shiny vinyls like to bubble up on you. See, the dot came off. We're just going to use our weeding tool, put it back, and then we're going to just epoxy until smooth. And here's our finished result. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope to see you next time. Bye.